This next part is not in our notes and is a preview of what we're doing next class. What I'd like you to do is pause the video here and try and solve for x in each of these 4 triangles. Now remember what we've talked about before about isosceles and equilateral. See if you can do it. Pause the video here. Alright, let's walk through them. Again, this is a preview of what we'll be doing next class, so this is not in your notes. The important thing for all 4 of these is to remember that the angles of a triangle add to 180 degrees, and that's the key for all of these. This first one is something that we've seen before. We've got a 90-degree angle and a 30-degree angle, and since we don't know this angle, but we do know that all the angles add to 180, we can do 180 minus 30 minus 90, and that gives us 60 degrees. So x in this first one is a 60-degree angle. The second one, well, we don't have what this other angle is here, so we can't subtract from 180. But we can figure it out. Since this is an isosceles triangle, okay, shown by these 2 congruent sides, we know that the opposite angles, called the base angles, are congruent. So since this is 70 over here, this will also be 70 degrees. And now we know this is 70 degrees, this is 70 degrees, we can figure this one out. 180 minus 70 minus 70, let's see, that will give us 40 degrees. So x is 40 degrees. Over here, it's much the opposite. We know that this is 80 degrees, and we don't know what this one is. Since this side and this side are congruent, we know that the opposite angles, the base angles, will both be congruent. So if this is x, this is also x. So if the top part is 80, let's see, 180 minus 80 is 100. It means we've got 100 degrees to split between these 2 base angles. And since we know they're congruent, they'll all be exactly half of that 100, which is 50. So x in this case is 50 degrees. Lastly, we've got an equilateral triangle. We know that because all of the sides are congruent. And we don't have any of the angles marked, but that's okay. Since all the sides are congruent, we know that all the angles will also be congruent. So we can take that whole 180, divide it 3 ways, and know that each angle in an equilateral triangle is always 60 degrees. So x is 60 in this case. Hopefully you got these last 4. If you didn't, it's okay. We're going to talk about them more next class. Remember to bring your notes, be ready for the video check, and good luck.